Facebook friends, family, and enemies. I'm back. Okay. I want to go back to the blood that rung in the new year. Not my personal new year now. We're just talking about on the planet. 2 spots on the planet. I don't have every location. But let's just talk about blood. You know, and the enemies know this. Okay, they know this. For those who aren't enemies, y'all, you should be concerned with all this blood on the planet. Read your history. It's a lot of blood. Now, you're like, well, dang, it's been going on for so long. Well, yeah, it has. Earth, Mother Earth, she can take a lot. She's Earth, but she's not infinite. Okay, Earth is not infinite absorption of all this blood. It's just not. People think it is, and they're not understanding. There is a limit. Okay, read your books. There's a limit. And so opening up the new year with the turkey situation and Florida in our backyard situation is not good. Okay, that just adds to what's already there. And that it's not, no, that's not how, anyway, that's not how you do it. And the enemy knows this. That's how they do it. That's why it's done and created. The Matrix. So, going on into the Matrix, I hear Donald Trump had a press conference, his first press conference since he's been formally approved as the president. Everything else is a formality. And he, a CNN news reporter, was trying to ask a question. He said, and I'm paraphrasing, but called them fake news. Okay, and this term fake news has been coming up often. So I have a solution. How do you distinguish between which CNN? It is true. It is fake. He told the truth. He told the truth. But the reason why he told the truth, though, was mixed. He called it right, and I'm calling it right. Yeah, they are fake news, but that's also to confuse you and then, okay, well, how do I distinguish between real news and not real news? Nah. See what I'm saying? The confusion. So here's what you do. It's going to take a little work, but here's what you do. How do you tell? You have to research the backstories, y'all. The backstories in historical fact. You need to research the Council on Foreign Relations. Yes, the Council on Foreign Relations. Okay? Research all aspects of that. The backstory. The backstory. Yes, it's out there. That's one thing that the enemies will do. They'll put it out there for you to read and research, and you can find it and connect the dots. But they're counting on the fact that everybody's too busy and distracted to do that. Okay, so this fake news situation. Yes, there is fake news, and CNN is one of them. Donald Trump in his press conference told the truth, but the devil's going to mix the truth with the lies. Here's the play. You're going to have to do some research. Council on Foreign Relations. You're going to have to research the IRS. The history. How did the IRS become as an entity? And the Council on Foreign Relations, the CFO. How did all that come about? The Federal Reserve. Okay. Federal Reserve. Well, how did that come about? And read some reviews of all of those topics that I just named. Historical comments of the presidents at the time when all of this was popping up. what the presidents of the United States had to say about the Council of Foreign Relations. Look and see what the presidents had to say about the Federal Reserve, who controls the monetary, the money, who prints it, who controls it, and all this and that. Research that. Okay, this is how you can distinguish between fake and false news. But they know a lot of people haven't researched that, so they can't tell. Moving on down the list. Research the history of Skull and Bones at Yale. This is a for real thing. And George Bush and his family and their connections to the Skull and Bones, y'all. It is a society, a secret society or order at Yale. Research it. It's a real thing. It will connect. That will help you connect some dots and see why there's so much blood on the land. And it has been so much blood on the land from the get-go. Okay? Research the history and the presidents who were Freemasons. Research the history of Freemasonry and the United States presidents, the so-called founding fathers. They were Freemasons, many of them, most of them. Research that. Research the Freemasons. Now, all Freemasons aren't bad. They're not. Everything's pretty cool. They do charitable work. But when you get to 32, 33 degrees, that's when the dirt and the scandal come in. But y'all do your research. Next, going back to the blood. How many bombs have been dropped in Syria and wherever else they dropping bombs at? Y'all, and the blood and the carnage coming from that. It's not going to last. It's not. And that Florida situation on the blood on the land, on the dance floor, as Michael would say, blood on the dance floor, Michael Jackson. Hey. Not good. I'm going to put this next video. My last one is entering the chair of the presidency. That's a trip right there. Be right back. Peace.